we're at a point in society nowadays that if you tell someone your goals, your aspirations, what you want to accomplish, instead of encouraging you, the first thing that they do is say, "Oh, that's unrealistic. That's not realistic. Be more realistic," they say. Now what they're doing is they're trying to force their reality on into your reality, because in their reality it may not be realistic, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have to be unrealistic in your reality. You know what I'm saying? Now I just want you guys to think about this for a second. How can something be unrealistic if someone else has already accomplished it before? There's only one answer. It can't be. It literally by definition has to be realistic if someone else has already done it before. If it's already been done, then it's realistic. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays you got so many people. Like, just imagine the percentage of people in the world who they didn't achieve their dreams because someone else told them it wasn't realistic. I'm sure almost everyone watching this video, like, they have at least one time in their life someone has said to them, "Oh, that's more realistic." Whether it be their friends or the people around them, maybe even their parents, their family. Now, when it comes to parents, I understand because they say it out of a place of love. They just want you to be safe. They want you to land a safe, secure job. Not take too many risks and live a good life. I understand that, and I'm grateful that they want me to succeed, and they want me to live a good life. But I also understand that my reality is different from their reality. What may seem risky or unachievable or unrealistic in their reality is not the same in my reality. So when I say the title of this video is Escape Reality, when I say escape reality, I don't mean it in a way like to do a bunch of drugs, to smoke, drink, so you can escape like the world. I don't mean it in that way. I mean it in the way, in a sense that if you are stuck in a reality that someone else has put forced onto you, then you are able and you are allowed to escape that reality and to enter a new one, enter your own reality. There's what, 8 billion 9 billion people on the planet, and each and every one of them, they have their own mind, their own thoughts, their own emotion, which then means that they have their own reality. There's 8 billion, more than 8 billion different points of views, different realities on this planet. And yet you're telling me there's people out there trying to force just one reality onto you? A reality where you can't achieve the things that you want to achieve because it's unrealistic. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense at all. And the more I think about this, the more I realize that probably more than 99% of the people in this world, they are stuck doing something that they don't want to be doing, and all because in their mind, in their reality, everything else seems unachievable. It seems unrealistic in their reality. But that doesn't mean it actually is unrealistic. It just means in their reality, in their mind, it's unrealistic. Right, and back to my point about it, how can it be unrealistic if other people have already done it before? Like, just think about that. Let's say you want to start a business. You tell your parents, "Hey, mom and dad, I want to start a business. I want to go all in on it." And they say, "It's unrealistic. Don't do that. Be more realistic. Just go through college, get a job." There's nothing wrong with college. I'm in college right now. Nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. But I feel like in my reality, that I don't think a 9 to 5 is what I'm meant to do in my reality. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe it is what I'm meant to do. But I have a strong feeling that it isn't what I'm meant to do. So all these people, alright, what was I saying? You tell them you want to start a business, you're like, "Oh, it's unrealistic." And there we go. Now you start to think it's unrealistic because they are forcing their reality onto you. So now you think that the only way to make it out is to get a 9 to 5, go through college. You can't even get start a business because it's unrealistic. And now you live your whole life thinking like that, having limitations in your mind. You know, even for things that are not yet made, right? Oh fuck! I broke my pen. All right. Even for things that are not yet made. For example, let's say I time traveled 100 years ago, and I told someone in the 1900s. I explained to them what Wi-Fi and Bluetooth was. Do you think that they would have believed that was even possible? What the internet was? Do you think? No, no, they would have been like, oh, it's unrealistic. If I went back in time and I told them my plan about making the internet, making Wi-Fi, of course they would say it's unrealistic because it's the 1900s, bruh. Like, they can't even conceive that. It's the same thing with us. Let's say you're watching this video right now, and you want to create something new, something that is never done before, something that our minds can't even conceive. Of course, there are going to be people telling you it's unrealistic, but that doesn't mean that it has to be unrealistic in your reality. You know, just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean that you can't do it for the first time. Now, I'm not saying that I want to make something new because I don't think I'm a genius enough to create something new like a self-driving car, like Elon Musk. But that doesn't mean that I, you know what? Maybe I could make something new because saying that is just like putting a mental block. But I don't really care about doing that right now. Like, I don't really care about doing that right now in my life, right? Like, currently. But that's not to say that other people can't. So I guess my main message is whether it's been done before already or whether it hasn't been done, it doesn't mean that it's not unrealistic or unachievable. At the end of the day, your reality is your reality. You don't have to bend over and have other people force their reality onto yours and make you think that things are unrealistic. Alright. I guess that's my message of the day. I don't know if there's anything else I want to speak about. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More videos to come.